also, right, it's going to be kind of interesting, right? Start training with people that are based on performance, okay? What are those people are? So people ask me all the time who I want to go train with, right? And well, I'll train with anybody if I feel they can give me something. But here's generally my prototype, okay? Someone that has had some sort of base shooting background, police or military, and they have a competition background, okay? Too often when you have a person who just has either LE or military background, they just pour tactics into it, because they didn't get shit training in fucking law enforcement or the military, right? So everything's got to be, you know,
checkbox training.
Yeah, it's got to be, you know, hardcore skulls mindset, rolling around in the dirt, you know, bounding and retreating even though you're a fucking civilian. I don't know why they're doing that shit. Okay, get away from that. Okay, I think, right? Performance guys who teach performance shooting. Myself, Donovan Moore, Shane. AKA Sean, Caldwell, Shane, Billy Barton, JJ Ricazza, Tim Herron, Brandon Bernacki, the list goes on and on and on, right? Also, don't take classes just from guys who are straight 100 competitors, right? Like if you want to get into competition, that's fine and everything like that. But if you want to train a guy who's really known for competition, just call them up and ask them after class, what's your process? And they go, well, I put my guns away more. I get in my car. Oop, I don't do it. And they go, well, I put my competition gun away, and then I put on my EDC gun. Go train it back up. Go train it back up. Okay. That makes sense, right? Unless you just want pure competition, right? And stuff like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. I fucking absolutely love it. That's not why most of you guys are here, right? For example, I compete to get better with my gun. I don't get better with my gun to compete. Does that make sense? The same thing with jiu-jitsu, right? About 6 months, a year in, jiu-jitsu self-defense gets very fucking boring. So then you want to compete. You will learn more about yourself in one match than you will 3 years in practice on the mat. Okay? There's only one thing I hate more than B-8, shooting B-8s. People being better than me at shooting B-8s, okay? So when I got into this, again, started getting competition, I was all about speed and accuracy and all that other stuff, but practical accuracy, right? I couldn't stand shooting slow to a B-8. And then I'm teaching at Shooter Symposium, I think it was like 2018, 2019. Bill Blowers, Chuck Pressburg, Jared Rustin, and Kyle DeFore. And we get up there, right? I beat all their times, but I shot at 85, where they're in the high 90s, okay? And it's like, well, we're not doing speed. I'm like, we're always doing speed, all right? And they're like, yeah, whatever, bro. So Kyle DeFore comes up to me, right? He goes, I was like, dude, I know you hate shooting B8s, and I absolutely fucking get it, right? But here's the thing. Would you say from a draw, getting a 90 score or higher on a B8 in 10 seconds or less was pretty fucking dope? I'm like, hell yeah. It's like, bro, you got to be able to do all 100 casual or a careful fire in order to do that. So that's what you need to work on. Also, you can't say something is dumb unless you can do it. Right? So for the guy, the SWAT man, right, that says competition will get you killed in the streets, just tell him you can't say something's dumb unless you can do it. Does that make sense? So that's what we're going to do. Start off with accuracy mode. Right, the first one, we're doing careful fire, trying to get the highest points possible. The highest points possible on this are 100. We're shooting 10 rounds at 25 yards. Okay. Careful fire the first time, try to get the highest points, right? So, since this is a difficult target, what kind of sight confirmation are we looking for? Static. What kind of trigger manipulation? And there is no getting around that. There's no getting around that, right? But instead of like when we were drawing and we're doing an 80-20 and prepping the trigger starting to go here and then pulling the trigger, since the gun's going to be out, where are we prepping the trigger? As it, what I call that in the 3 and 2, guys. What do I call that? Rise and fall. Rise and fall to a static dot, prepping the trigger here so that when the dot gets to the middle, we only have that final wall to go. Taking all the time in the world. If you guys want to do 10 one-round strings, you knock yourself out.
The little thing, once you this,
When it first popped up on the radar, I'm like, why is this vehicle? Yeah, don't even look at that.
Okay.
these will crush every bit of spirit.
Okay. all those that were high and off?
I'd love to be able to say yes, but dude. Okay, here's what I'm having to remind myself. At 25 yards, you have to aim lower.
You're shooting a Glock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not because of zero, it's because your Glock. Because your barrel does not have the same lockup as a Walther or a 2011.
Okay.
So your lockup is just a little, but that's why your gun is more reliable. Because your lockup is looser, right? So when I shot Glocks, if I was perfectly zeroed at 10, I would hold on the middle of the 10.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain this one.
I know. Oh,
These up
listen,
here.
I'm doing this morning.
Yeah.
And I didn't even drink last night.
Yeah. So take your time. Press. We'll do this again.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
No, I don't drink. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol.
Yep. Right. You're good, and then you go left and right. That's because the hump is not in the hole. Okay. The thenar is not in the MCP. When the thenar is in the MCP and your firing hand is relaxed, you're not instigating a fight between the two hands. You can grab as hard as you want with your support hand. Okay. Because you have that backstop of the firing hand. If, however, they are not even, like that, depending on where you go, right? If you pull the trigger, when this one's winning, it's going to go to the left if you're right-handed. If you pull the trigger while the support hand decides not to give up, but you're over here, you're going to go to the right. Does that make sense? So that's why we got to make sure that hump is in the hole. Okay?
Yeah, I was surprised that you went back down seriously.
I think it was 10. I'm sorry, I got a text. It's okay.
All right, everybody hold straight. Downrange.
Sunrange. Look at that.
Better.
Look at that.
Sorry about those guys, which I definitely
Relaxation. Imagine that. Relaxation actually works. Oh my goodness. I love you, honey. My wife will be watching this.
Okay.
I relax.
Where'd you put the dot?
Well, my dot is 7 MOA, so it was, you know. So I centered it.
Yours needs to look like this. The top of your dot needs to be like this based on that. Fantastic group. Glock, it just needs to be like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, no shit. It's almost like I do this for a living. Good work. Now, the next time you do it,
I have to do the same thing.
yeah, same thing.
Well done, Karina.
Or what are you not going to do?
I'm
You
not
did everything.
gonna,
No, shooting everything was perfectly.
I'm not gonna lean. Did I lean?
No, everything shooting-wise was great, except you did one extra thing that you don't need to do, which is
Probably preset.
Oh, you're pinning it to the rear?
Yeah.
now again, fantastic fucking job.
Yeah, probably did.
Don't change anything.
Yeah.
But let's go because we're gonna add some time to this. You pin
Yeah.
that trigger, you're adding time to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. But outstanding job. Outstanding job. Get it?
really good. The what got you? Yeah, dude, the compensators on their guns are. When you shoot, it goes right through my hearing pro. Because I've even switched it off and I hear.
So what's funny is when I shoot my big rifle too, people hate the muzzle brake that was on my old one. Oh, don't hate me. Nobody, I always get put on the end because nobody wants to be around me. I know there's a suppressor.
I bought the War Comp from Surefire because it's claimed, you know, the world's easiest shooting compensator or something. They're not lying. There's a reason it costs $165. It is actually bordering on pleasant to be standing to the side of that thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Because most cops just go boop, 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 and everyone beside you goes like this. Yeah. Yeah, well, you do. And then when you do vehicle ops, you come out of that for a week. Yeah, your head is overpressured. You have to drink a lot of water and flex your toes all the time and stuff.
If you haven't done something before and you do it once, that doesn't mean you're an expert at it now, okay? Let's get some more patterns into there. What he changed was his trigger, right? Before he was just kind of control slapping through, now he's slapping it more. Let's discover that more before we start chasing zeros, right? I will tell you guys, chasing zeros, you will go through thousands of rounds and not accomplish a goddamn thing. Yep. Chasing your zeros, okay? Establish a pattern of skill first. So the next time Moro shoots, he comes up to me, he's like, hey dude, I got a 95, I'm still printing a little bit to the left, can I move it? Then the answer is yes. But right now we don't have a data set of at least 2. That's why I told him not to change again. Cool? All right guys. So we're going to reface these, but since we're all in the shade right now, let me explain what we're going to do next, okay? So we're going to add a little bit of a speed component to it, all right? To add that pressure in to see if you can maintain what you just learned under pressure, right? So she's like, oh God.
Stop shaking your head.
So we're going to take a page from Kyle DeFore. His study into accuracy with a plastic gun is well worth the time. So he came up with the hat claw. So his hat claw was 25 yards to a B-8, 20 seconds or less. You need to have a 90 score or higher to qualify. Back in the old days, if you did it, you got a hat, okay? So we're going to use that. So, because I think, 20 seconds is a long time from a draw, but it's just enough to make you go, ah, shit, I don't know what 20 seconds looks like, right? And that cougar just goes wild on it. Between about 15 and 20 seconds. The goal of all of them is to have 90 or better. All right. Woo. Here we go. Shooter ready. Stand by. Downrange.
Downrange.
1522. All right. I think 1 or 2 high, or a couple low, but for the most part, it should be fine. Oh, we might have a winner here. Okay, so first thing we do when we do time and score, we write down the time immediately. 1522. All right. So minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 1. Does that come out to 91, 1522? Make sense? Cool. Did we see the pace? It was bang, prep, bang. Did any of that seem amazingly fast? No, and it's 1522, okay? What was very, very quick though? Boom. Lift up, drop from 12 or lift from 6? Which one did I do?
Lift from 6.
Lift from 6. For me, out of this distance, it's just like the lift from 6 is for me is just an air brake, okay? Here's the interesting thing. My buddy AJ Zito, sometimes he drops from 12 and lift from 6 for the exact opposite reasons that I do. For him, dropping from 12 provides an air brake as opposed to lift from 6. We both do both. We both have to stand by. $12.47. You ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Woohoo! 1997.
Good job, Karina.
Nice. All right, Admiral, you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. $18.02. All right, everybody holstered. Go down, mark your times first, then add them up.
Well, not horrible.
No.
I threw 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Was it ones I hit?
Is there a double in there?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
All right.
Is that a double?
8, 9, 10. There's 2
Okay.
right there. Okay. Cool. So write down your time, write down your score, right?
Okay.
This is fantastic.
All right, thank you,
That's
sir.
fantastic.
Yeah, because guess where my dot was? Where you told me.
Yep, there you go. Shoot, are you ready? Stand by. Okay, 1462. Good. Burner, 864. 864.